Good morning. Most people seem a little unsure about how to use our ShadowSense. And so I wanted to show you really quickly how simple, how easy it is to apply. So I have already done Candlelight on my lids, which you can see like they look, pretty solid, like one color. So Candlelight is almost like a skin tone color. And because it is a peach based color, it neutralizes if you have like the little lines and veins on your lids or like little red broken capillaries. I mean, even newborn babies, you can sometimes see the veins on their lids because the skin is so thin. So Candlelight, I usually apply with just a regular blending brush. So I will take Candlelight and dot it on my lid and then blend it out just with a brush, just like you normally would use eyeshadow. So easy, so simple. You can use your finger, you can use a brush. I just tend to use a brush with the Candlelight. And I also love my favorite Dusk Shimmer. I use this just about every single day. It's a fantastic transition shade. So I'm just going to show you how to put that on. Super, super easy. I'm going to use a little bit of a fluffier brush. And you can take this, you can put it on your hand, and if you want to work off of your hand, just like you would normally pick up your shadow. Some of you are used to powder shadows, where you go in the powder and then go to your eye. If you want to work that way, you certainly can. If you want to take the applicator and literally just put the shadow on your skin, you can do that as well. And I use a super light touch and just blend out this color. This is like a really pretty everyday shadow. I'm using like a tapping motion, more so because I have crepey eyelids. That just means like I have a little bit more skin on my lids. They're not really like super hooded, but I have extra crepey skin. So I use a super light touch. That's why I'm holding the brush so far back. If you hold your brush really closely, you're going to use too firm of pressure. And you want to go very, very lightly. Even if you use powder shadows, you always want to use a super light touch. And that's just blended out like a very soft natural color. And then if you want to work off of your hand or a palette, you can as well. I love this color. It's so pretty as an everyday. This is called Dusk Shimmer. And oftentimes people will say, oh, I can't use a shimmer because I have, wrinkles on my lids. You know what? So do I. And it's all about how you apply them and where you apply them. And that's the beauty of ShadowSense, is it's not going to get all caked and creasing in your skin folds, if you will. Like I have crepey eyelids. I wear ShadowSense. I love that it's anti-aging. I mean, hello, eyeshadow anti-aging. There's no fallout, so you don't end up with all eyeshadow after, a few hours or the middle of the day. How many times have you seen people going, trying to get the makeup fallout off of their cheekbones? You don't have to worry about that with ShadowSense. And then I'm going to use my favorite garnet today. This is just one of my absolute favorites. And I'm going to apply one side with a brush and one side with my finger, just so you can see. And again, you can put it on your finger and then pick it up with your brush if that's what you're used to, or you can take it and put it right on your lid. Your choice. And I'm doing this tapping motion to spread the product where I want it to be. So you can see it's kind of like concentrated. Then you want to switch to a fluffier, like blending brush. This is called a diffused crease brush. And I don't want it to look like I have this solid line. So I'm using the brush to blend the edges of that color right into my transition shade, which is the dusk shimmer. So super easy to blend out with a brush. And then the other side, I'm actually going to show you how I blend it out with my finger. See where I'm holding the brush way towards the back. I think that in most cases, whether you use a powder or a cream to powder, first of all, nothing beats ShadowSense cream to powder. You need to know that. Anti-aging, doesn't crease, doesn't cake, doesn't get stuck in like lines or wrinkles, and doesn't fall out. Sorry. The problem with having dog hair. But what I love about ShadowSense is it's anti-aging. So it's fighting the extra creasing lines and wrinkles as I wear it. And once it's blended out, I mean, you're good to go. So that's one side with the garnet. And then the other side, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use my finger. So I put some product on my lid. I take my brush, just like the one I just used, this puffy brush, just to tap and spread that product. So this is like tapping, like a stippling motion, basically to get it in place. You can see it's in place, but you see how there's like a harsh line where it stops? Now I'm going to do the magic with my pinky finger, and the heat from your finger actually blends that color just like the brush did. So I'm just tapping. If you've ever done any stippling or stenciling on a wall or any card making, you know, it's like a tapping motion. Totally blends it out beautifully. I love ShadowSense, and I love sharing my favorite products with you because they really, really do make a difference. They really work, and I just love them. So how can I not share? Now, some of you might be thinking, you know what? It sounds great. I love the idea of anti-aging ShadowSense, but I'm in love with whatever color I'm using. Or maybe you just bought the latest and greatest palette from whatever, wherever, you know, and I'm happy if you're happy. So if you're loving the colors that you have and what you have on hand, don't change. But here's a tip, or I should say more like a trick. You can use our ShadowSense sort of like the foundation, putting like something like Candlelight or Sandstone Pearl. You could put these colors down first on your lid. If you have darker skin, some people use Mulberry or Mocha Java as their base. So these colors are really a great option to put down on your lids first, and then you can use whatever palette is making you happy right now, and it hopefully the shadow that you put on top will be more likely to stay put and not move, because you get that sort of foundation of ShadowSense, and putting ShadowSense down first gives you the anti-aging benefit. It's not going to crease, it's not going to cake, it's not going to fall out. I can't say what's going to happen to any of the powders or other cream shadows that are out there. I know people use them and love them, but I do see people trying to get the color from falling out. So if you're in love with what you have, use what you have. But remember, you could put ShadowSense down first as an anti-aging treatment for your lids, and hopefully, maybe it will help your whatever you're using to last longer and stay better for you. So I'm going to do another little Whisper Pink, just show you real quick, because I love to highlight the brow bone. So if you're looking to like lift your eyes, but you don't want to have surgery, You want to highlight the highest part of your eyes so that that's what people look at when they look at you. So Whisper Pink, Pink Frost, Pink Opal Shimmer, these are my favorites to use. And I actually have, this is just a short shader brush. I love Sigma brushes, they're my favorite. This is an E20. And I just take a small amount right there on the tip and go right to my brow bone. You can see I've like drawn like a little line with it. And then I blend it out. It's just, this is a short shader brush and it works perfectly for applying your highlight color. So it just draws your eye to this part of my eye rather than anywhere else, kind of like giving your eye a lift. Do the same on the other side. So highlight that brow bone, ladies, to give your eyes a little bit of a lift. Just what we all need, right? I have a lot of things I'd like to lift on my body. I don't know about you. So I hope this ShadowSense tutorial helps you, makes you feel more comfortable about using ShadowSense. Enjoy the products. If you ever want a one-on-one, I have some slots available every week that I meet with so many of you. Thank you for letting me be your beauty pro and helping you with your skin and beauty and cosmetic needs. Have a fantastic day.